Naventic will have first pick. Roll20 selected Tomb of the Spider Queen.
We have not seen much Tomb this weekend. We saw the one game earlier today, where Hold It Down did the Zul Chromie, and I think this is the other one. This is the only other Tomb this game. Is Tomb still just like a map that people don't really go to anymore, or has it just been a weird weekend?
I think it's just an odd weekend. Tomb of the Spider Queen is still a fairly popular map. I know some teams kind of shy away from it because the proximity of the lanes to each other means that those rotation heroes like Zul are so strong, and like the Medivh is so scary on this map because of how he affects the rotations. So I know some teams prefer not to go
And the
to
best
this
of
map.
threes are obviously going to, like, it's an HEC, it's a best of five, so you have potential of five.
Yeah, that's true.
It's potential 5 games, where as this you have 2 less game potential. So
Yeah.
and a lot of them did 2
So you won't see as many maps. You won't
Yeah.
see as broad of a selection now.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Loving the task bands. He is nuts, man. He is such a he's called the enabler for a reason.
Yeah.
He just enables literally 99% of the roster.
Yeah, pretty much just
Doesn't really help Abathur. That's the only thing he gets for the enable.
that's.
I guess if you shield a clone, but I wouldn't call that enabling.
I wouldn't either. Uther, on the other hand, is also good with just about everything. So I guess it's the same hand, maybe.
And this is this is actually the same exact map as Hold It Down versus Superstars, and the same exact opening bans. Opening bans on that map were Uther and Tassadar.
Good, man. Ooh, Genji first pick.
Which
I
team
like
is
that.
on the right? Is that
Naventic.
Okay.
Yeah. Naventic is looking for that early Genji. And
That'd
they
be
are.
Dream, right?
This is game 1, by the way, guys. They are 0-0
Oh, yeah.
right
This
now.
is 0-0.
And
Oh,
looking.
yeah.
Hint, hint.
Wink,
wink.
Not as good as a wink. All right, Stitches. Ooh, the Medivh early pick by Roll20. Glaurung
That's-
gonna get on his favorite hero.
This is so scary. That's like the classic combo that, and Roll20 is very good on it. It's Tomb of the Spider Queen, which it's going to be good anywhere, and it's a great start to the draft for them for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And with Gorge being like the 50-50 in the meta, you have the Gorge portal plays that can
Yeah.
really make some
Dahaka
kills.
Greymane? Or is Curse Bullet just too easy to... I mean, it's 30-second cooldown, I mean, whatever. Even if you Force of Will.
Well, next pick here for Naventic. They do play a lot of Dahaka, so no surprise there.
Yeah, I wonder what the priority will be on at this point, since Roll20 is really showing that they've got one of their comfort picks. They can do anything with their composition. Naventic kind of has to respond. Dahaka is super standard. Malfurion just trying to pick that away from the Stitches, but I don't know if that's a powerful enough pick. It does have the roots underneath the portals, but it's so bad at saving people when they get hooked. So bad. Just no burst healing whatsoever.
What would you have rather seen from the support for them?
I'm not sure if you need to prioritize support there. They could have maybe gone for range damage, like the Greymane, just get the most consistent range damage, or something that synergizes with Genji more. Malfurion is fine, don't get me wrong, but the team on the right, it feels pretty bland and unfocused compared to how many opportunities are available right now for Roll20. Especially with Zul still on the table. Goes really well with the Medivh.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's Roll20 with Medivh. Anytime Glaurung's on Medivh, you get hype. He's just such an incredible Medivh player. Their next ban and their last ban for this draft, what will it be? Your game froze, Jake? It's Tychus, if the stream can hear me.
Yeah, it looks like the game
Oh, it
did
crashed?
crash.
Ooh.
Okay.
So you're going to have to message the players and get them to kill the lobby, because I don't think I can rejoin.
Yeah.
Okay.
But once the draft is complete, let them complete the draft.
Okay.
Unfortunately, that means we are going to have to do a radio cast of the rest of the draft. Huh. That's random. Usually, if you crash during a draft, it's when the draft starts or ends, not
when-
like just randomly.
Not when Tychus is banned.
Not when Tychus is banned.
They just wanted to hide the skin from the stream. They didn't want to disturb the eyes of our viewers again.
PG-13.
Well, Tychus was the ban, sorry for the radio draft. Malthael is the ban for Naventic. And we are looking at the 2 picks here. Yeah, we didn't get back into
It's
the game.
it's not possible to redo a draft, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Next 2 picks, though, for Roll20 Dunk. What are you thinking?
Well, at this point, Roll20 kind of has like the core of their composition. They just need to round out the heroes that are kind of the more generic ones. They need a healer, they need a range damage, and they probably want a solo laner unless they're going to do some weird cross rotations. So we can expect Roll20 here to pick up probably whatever range damage they prefer. This will be Greymane, in fact. That's not a big surprise, but they picked Stukov for their healer, which I'm excited to see. I think Medivh Stukov is very good because we were talking about how Stukov needs someone to protect people from burst.
Yeah.
Well, Medivh protects you from burst.
Yeah.
So I really like the Stukov Medivh. I think it'll be excellent.
And we're seeing Stukov played by a good team.
Yeah, that's true.
Savage.
So I am excited. Did Roll20 play Stukov yesterday? I feel like I thought I saw Buds on them.
They might have played one game of Stukov.
But they weren't versus... Who was Roll20 against? It was a shit show, I think. I don't remember.
Let's confirm. No tomorrow.
No tomorrow.
Who just trampled over DRU earlier today.
Oh, those games were kind of close. The first one was.
yeah, they were kind of close.
Yeah, that's true.
Um,
2-0 is trample in my
So
opinion.
yeah, it definitely trampled all over the faces.
Naventic, looking at their 4th and 5th picks, they need to round out their Genji to Haka Malfurion composition. They will opt for a Nubarak and Chromie. That's a little bit interesting. They have the Dahaka for the off lane, and they do have some kill pressure in their 4-man. I'm not really sure that this is going to work out for them, though. I feel like a Nubarak isn't really the best lead CC to set up Chromie combos. Like, it's a little tough. His CCs aren't that guaranteed.
Well,
Maybe if they combo with the roots, they'll be able to land them.
you
but
have
even
in
with
a lot of
Medivh-
situations like Cocoon to try to force a spot on a target for the CC.
Mhm.
Again, Force of Will is then easy to line up in
Yeah,
those
exactly.
moments. But did you see what the last pick was?
I did not see
They killed the draft for us, so
Yeah.
we are getting back in there, guys. Apologies for the game freezing up like that. I mean, there's literally nothing we can do about that. Like, my computer's fine. It's
Yeah.
actually a beast of a computer, but it is also true that the production presentation that we have is quite ridiculous. It's a lot of different moving parts. and-
Stressful.
Yeah.
on
Yeah, it's stressful on the rig, for sure. But,
Who was the last pick? It
Yeah.
was Chen.
yeah. Cool.
There we go.
There's
They're
like-
all readied up.
It was not. I mean, it's interesting seeing Chen versus Noob because Noob has a double interrupt, and you can deny like a lot of, drinking from the Chen.
Yeah.
I feel, but
I like that skin. I like the look of it.
Yeah.
Have we seen a noob this weekend?
Yes.
Yes, we saw
Yeah.
Frey feed on him
Yeah.
pretty hard.
Yeah.
Okay.
we did 2 games in a row.
Yeah. Okay. But so we have a noob again, who is going to be played by Zuna. We're going into game number 1, guys, of the first of the semifinals, right?
Winner bracket.
Winner bracket semis.
Semifinals.
Again, still best of 3.
Best of 3.
But this is a really exciting match. Roll20 versus Naventic. Roll20 looked really clean yesterday, or cleaning up from their slump, and Naventic has not looked good in a long time. So I think this is very in favor of Roll20.
Yeah,
But
should be.
you can't sleep on Naventic. You have to give it your all. But Cloudrock's Medivh, man. It's scary. Here we go, guys. Game number 1 here on Tomb of the Spider Queen. Left-hand side of the map in the blue trunks, it is Roll20. Justin, Goku, Buds, Prisma, and Cloudrock.
And on the red side, Naventic, Zuna, Tomster, Big Impact, B-Kid, and iDream. This is probably the longest standing roster that Naventic has had for a while. What, has it been a full HGC split now? Oh no, they just picked up
They just
iDream.
picked up
you're right,
iDream.
yeah. Still pretty long for them.
Yes.
Yeah. Meanwhile, ooh, the portal to get faster out of the map here for the blue team. Trying to do something tricksy maybe in the fog.
They got there exactly 0.8 seconds prior to their opponents with that shenanigan. But, hey, they still got there first.
The Stitches pressure here, keeping them all behind the wall.
What's the name of that mount that Justin's riding? The surfboard? That thing's cool.
I mean, I don't know. It's just a surfboard, so yeah.
It's just a surfboard.
I don't know
man.
if it needs a name. Yellow surfboard is what we'll call it.
Okay. Yellow surfboard mounts really fly.
Yeah. There's one with a shark bite out of it.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, we got Stukov again, boys, and like I said, he looked good one game. The game that it was the Gorge Brightwing game.
Yeah.
Stukov was played well that game, and I'm excited to see what Buds can do with it this game.
I like
Yeah, I have a lot of faith
the
in it.
whole double mage, like double anti-mage rather, when it comes to the tanks. Like I'm actually across the board triple in this game. You got grounding brew for Chen. You got dampened magic and dampened or Nerubian armor for Stitches in the noob, and it just shows kind of like how you have to be fearful of things like Chromie, and the double tank burst that is going to be great. So how effective overall do you think that's going to be in shutting down just the DPS against Genji Chromie, having that on both tanks and then of course Force of Will from the Medivh?
Zuna,
It's
you're
like-
nuts, bro.
Yeah, he's taking a lot of damage here. They might get the
Prisma,
kill
you're
on
nuts
Prisma,
too.
though. Yeah, a little greedy walking back in there for more
Yeah.
damage on Zuna. Could have just let him go. I think he expected Glowering to be there sooner with the Protect, but you were talking about the... Ooh,
Wow,
nice.
that
Ooh.
shield wow. I can't believe he saw that coming. That was like a few
Dude,
frames.
that's what Glau's known for, though, is his Medivh for a reason.
Yeah.
That was gnarly.
We, I personally, I think it's going to be really good for Roll20 here. They have two frontliners who are really tanky, and a lot of times Chromie suffers in her ability to actually execute a target she's chunked, and Stukov excels at healing those targets back up to full HP. So as long as Medivh prevents the instant kill, Stukov will heal them back up. So the synergy should be great, and it should be able to shut down even the Genji Chromie damage.
You do see the Genji and the Malfurion are the top lane here. Overall, I've been, for how new at support he is, Tomster is showing that he has the potential to be a top support in NA. Going to need a little bit more practice to expand that hero pool a bit, as he was traditionally just, a damage dealer.
Yeah.
But we'll have to see how he grows and how he performs in this game on the new role. How long has he been playing support? It's like 3 weeks now?
Yeah, something like that, I think. They,
Maybe a little bit longer.
Yeah, they did a lot of role swapping.
Yeah.
I think at first when Dream came to the team.
Drag is missed there from VKid, expecting Goku to go back. That's the flying kick forward. Do see the essence being more than enough to keep that Dahaka alive, and the tanks will disengage. Chromie was low, getting heals from Malfurion, trying to drop the combo. Glau is the target that needs to be careful in this moment with that Chromie range being scary. Bird life resumed.
Yeah, and both teams now are approaching the requisite number of gems to turn in here. An early turn in would be great for either team.
Dude, requisite is such a nice word. Dunk Train, thank you.
You're welcome, Jake.
Bud's
to bring
getting
the
burst
nice
and no
words.
Medivh nearby, and he is going to go down. Glaurung was coming up from bottom lane, and great pick from Naventic. They knew that Glaurung had shown bottom lane versus the Dahaka. They had time to get that pick.
Yeah, that's just greedy rotations to not respect the fact that you have one less person there, especially your anti-burst defensive Stukov, one of the heroes with the lowest HP pools in the game. So very vulnerable himself to the Chromie combo. I wouldn't be surprised if at level 14, when she gets Quantum Overdrive, if Chromie could actually just one-shot him with Dragon's Eye and Q.
And that kill enabled Naventic to get a turn in as well. They dumped priority amount of their gems. They're up to 31 turned in versus 25. Zuna in a bad spot does end up burrowing out, and he will be living to fight another day. We'll see how Roll20 wants to get any momentum in this game. They're playing the map well. I mean, they're getting the gems. They're denying any form of push, but they haven't really. Justin hasn't been landing any money hooks.
No.
I mean, he's been hitting okay hooks, not great, but I think the real problem is they just don't have any follow-up on hooks.
Yeah.
It's like one of those situations where you
you'll
don't have CC to actually kill the hook target,
You'll
so
have
the hooks are
bullet
way
at 10,
less threatening.
and like the bullet will be
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
But that's not what they drafted. They drafted Stitches as a primary tank.
That's got to be like the most fun lane ever. Dahaka versus Chen.
Yeah.
These guys are having a blast.
It's actually kind of an interesting balance when you deal with the shields and trying to channel that brew and then the essence of Dahaka and the burrows. But losing him in that moment actually essential that iDream picked up those gems. It was about 25 gems that were dropped.
Yeah.
And Dream getting those is a big win for the team at least. I mean, they lost a player, but it could have been a lot worse.
Goku zoning Biggie as well as he can. Zuna might be
Oh,
dead
man.
here. Ripperoni and cheese.
Wow. That was a huge lingering arm from Buds. Zuna was silenced for so long.
Nothing you can do
Trying to
about
walk
it.
through that
It's
choke point.
such a great utility on that
Yeah,
ability.
that
Yeah.
ability is crazy.
Yeah.
Wow, its wave clear is actually pretty decent too. That was doing some reasonable damage.
It does okay damage. I think it takes about 12 seconds to kill
Yeah.
Greek Wave-ish. if you just channel it, you're the only one hitting it. So not super fast, but it's relatively safe as far as wave clear goes.
I'm going to bring up the Master's Touch cam here as we can watch the progress. Or you can watch it here, but it's nicer to have it in full. And we'll see how fast Glau can do that, if at all, in this match. Naturally, Glaurung very good at the Medivh, and Master Touch becomes a good power spike. But Chen kill is going to be very nice here on the defensive side of Naventic.
Yeah, Roll20 was trying to make something happen on the bottom side of the map. They had set up like a Stitches hook angle, and were using Medivh to scout, and they just left Chen all by his lonesome.
Stukov's punches hit so hard.
It's a mega slap. It's nuts to watch. Yeah, it is good for Naventic to get that kill. I mean, they took a lot of damage and they're down to full level, so anything they can get to get that experience back is good. He's going to go in for the burrow in.
That's the double stun, and you see we've got Stukov in there, but nice portal. Trying to juke around a bit.
Wow, gets the ley line down as they do have those heroics. Buds.
Level 10.
Nice job using the flailing arm to disengage there. Tries to get a silence on the iDream, but he's in danger now.
A little surprised Dream didn't come in on that. Dream does have 46 gems, however, so maybe he's playing safer than he might have wanted
Toms
to.
are getting caught.
Yeah, they just need to leave.
What a weird situation.
It's the weirdest
Naventic
fight.
trying to force a fight like 5v4, but they have heroics and they're like so nervous
And
about actually committing.
Biggie is down,
Wow.
and that's going to be a Panda stuck in a time trap, but like, Dream's got to stay alive with all those gems. That is their
Are we
only...
really getting a 7-minute keep here? They're going to get it.
dude,
There's
this
no
is-
denying
They can
it.
get it, That's such a weird situation.
That
And
was
they're
a
like
bizarre fight. That was
Naventic's not even
strong
level
fight.
10, so they can't punish them for this yet.
And
Let
like-
alone chase the Medivh down.
I think one of the most awkward parts of it was like Roll20 wasn't really doing much other than just like dodging and stepping through portals for half the
Yeah,
fight.
yeah.
They were just kind of like, I'm
I'm over here. Yeah. That was
You
insane.
trying to give you the stitches? in
I
front of
mean,
you now.
that's kind of one of the problems of like the composition that Naventic has built. They don't have a consistent damage dealer who can always be auto-attacking or always
Yeah.
putting out damage. Like they have Genji, okay, but he didn't want to commit. He didn't have Dragon Blade yet. He's not
Yeah.
guaranteed all that much damage. They have Chromie. She has to hit skill shots to be able to deal damage. So without an auto-attacker, they couldn't pressure them enough before the Chen showed back up.
Hook onto Dahaka, and the Gorge is there. Will they be able to... Oh, he's just so far deep. There's no saving him.
Yeah, the Gorge portal is pretty dirty here.
And
Goodbye, Dahaka.
he got dumped.
He got dumped.
Dream gets to drop off the gems. Turn in will give them some kind of presence on the map to push the lanes out. However, bottom keep with catapults, not going to do as much on its own as you'd like. And level 13 is around the corner right now for Roll20. So this is likely just going to be 50 seconds to buy them time.
Yeah.
Dahaka's up and has Brush Stalker, so like him being dead there just costs him experience rather than push potential, but I don't know.
I mean, the Gorge being down is nice. It lets the siege be like quite a bit less risky.
Only 10 more
If they
seconds
can-
though.
Yeah, that's true. It doesn't seem like the Chromie is really able to convert anything here. That's what I was worried about. Like with this front line, you don't have the consistent CC. You don't guarantee the Chromie skill shots, and I think that's been pretty costly so far.
It's been noticeable.
Time loop, Chrono loop, and does a lot of damage. Do they get the kill? Yes, they do manage to get Gray Main.
That's a lot of gems being left behind, too.
Double
If
kill?
Justin goes down, that's pretty big for Naventic. They get the double kill. They used a few of their heroics there. Looks like 3 of them. But great trade there.
Bud's, trying to go in to save some
Oh,
gems.
Idris,
Gets to the
silence.
portal. Wow.
Bud's doing a lot of work on Stukov, but he did end up going down. Panapal's popped by Goku. And it looks like him and Medivh are going to be able to get out of there. Will the Panapals be able to kill Big E here?
I mean, it looks like it. He's very
Glaurung's here,
low,
too. He's
and
dead.
yeah.
Wow, Chen
Might
is
be
a
dying
point.
for this though.
Oh, wow, yeah, there goes Glau, and that's
Yeah,
even
that's
more.
greedy.
They lost all of their gems. in
Goku
this
is
fight.
looking for the kill on top. Your Twilight Dream is going to have to be used here. Just keep him alive, and it'll be sufficient for the kill. That's 30-second death timer, where it's going to give him the hero advantage for the win. 10 seconds of Chromie is back alive. What's the optimal min-max here? I mean, they've got enough for a turn-in. Just go for the turn-in, or?
I think the optimal max is to start turning in and then type in Master's Touch, haha, in all chat.
Oh.
Yeah, not only did he lose his Master Touch stacks, but they lost all their gems. They have 4 now. after
Yeah.
that was horrible by Roll20.
That's the American economy right there.
That's the American dream.
Ooh.
Suno going to go down, though.
Suda betrayed by Zone Scarab, providing a primary target for the flask to explode off of.
Actually, yeah, that's funny.
Feels bad, but that's going to slow the snowball down so much. The fact that Roll20 just all suicided, they lost all their gems. Wow. They really need to play around the fact that their comp is very weak without Medivh. Like, anytime their team is out on the map and their Medivh is not near, those people die. This is basically elo hell for Glaurung right now. This game, every time he leaves, the people on the other side of the map die. So Roll20 really needs to try and stick together and make sure they're respecting the threat of this Chromie and kill pressure comp.
Oh, we do see that the Gorge does pop out. Stuck in a stasis for a long
Leyline
time.
Seal
Ice
did
block.
hit no one. They were trying to zone it sufficiently to get the kill on Chromie. They got it anyways, but they did throw out an 80-second cooldown of Leyline. Ice block being used on Malfurion as Goku's in position on the Chen. With Vandalfeld being popped, he should have plenty of dive, but they're peeling Genji down in the back. This is just getting worse and worse for Naventic right now.
Goku not able to secure that kill with the Panda Pals, had to run out of there. But he did not end up losing his life. 2-for-0 exchange here in favor of Roll20, and just really clean fights.
Yeah, when they're all 5 together, it doesn't seem like they can possibly lose a team fight with this composition. The fights haven't looked particularly close.
No,
without someone getting picked off first. And that was really... Like, that was really the opportunity for Naventic in this game. They needed that web weaver pressure. They needed to get some forts here and even out the XP. Now, because they failed that team fight, Roll20 is going to be level 16. They'll have the opportunity to take boss, and they have bottom pressure while they do it, so there's practically no way Naventic can contest it, especially with the Medivh scouting.
You say, frankly, there's no way they can contest it, but we've seen them try to contest dumber fights. That 9 versus 10 fight earlier, they made that risk. So
I didn't say that they wouldn't contest it, but you're right. They
wouldn't
could.
be a good idea for them to do, is what you're saying.
Yeah. I mean, Roll20 opting not to go for the boss. There's a little bit of a skirmish up top. Goku just trying to deny Zuna positioning on the map. Roll20, I feel like they're getting a little bit greedy here, trying to go for a Gorge kill instead of just going for the boss.
Yeah, they're trying to stall too much. Shen getting interrupted out of his jug, does have the Medivh to protect him. He doesn't have Panda Pals for 10 more seconds, so Roll20 really does not want to take this fight just yet.
It's tough. I mean, they've got the 16 advantage. That's enough for them to be hungry for it. Panda Pals is available now. The Gorge plays have been solid, but they do have nearly enough gems for that next turn, and they're just kind of grabbing the wave here mid. They'll grab the wave in bottom. That'll put them just about where they need to be for that turn, and 2 more.
I mean, they've given up the majority of their 16 advantage by this point. Last possible second, they could have started this boss, I think, safely.
Safely.
Yeah, I don't think Naventic can get level 16 now, but if Roll20 had waited another 10, 15 seconds, it's very possible that Naventic could have cleared 1 more wave on bot, globaled up, and actually contested this.
Yeah, boss is going to go over to Roll20. Zuna does scout it out a little bit too. No, they don't. Nice Medivh portal from Glaurung to avoid that damage. Goku going in for Big E right away, but not going to be able to get too much. Rewind does happen. Not getting the best person. Wow, the silence against the new Barak from Buds helps secure that kill so well.
Yeah, tough for a new Barak to deal with that. He's not the tankiest of the frontliners. He really relies on that mobility and the shield spells for his survivability, and now you see this team fight's basically just a complete rout for Naventic.
Really quite bad.
And they have a turn-in off of this, too. So whatever damage they do, they followed up with a turn-in. This is
should be a keep without a turn-in, and then 2 keeps are down, and it's not checkmate, but
it's pretty damn close.
Yeah, Roll20 should be looking to potentially get more picks and end, actually.
There's a ley line coming out, hitting 2 people. The silence goes down on the iDream, and they don't get the kill right away. He does dash out.
Yeah.
Nice draw from Dream. It was almost perfectly executed from Roll20. They just didn't have enough damage on it.
The body blocking from Chen, I would say, even wasn't quite right. iDream just kind of slid out of the silence. You know, another half second in that zone, and he would have died.
Well, they tried to get another kill. If they would have gotten that kill, they might have been able to end there. But they got the keep anyway, so they're able to walk away, get a turn in. Roll20 is sitting very pretty right now.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely in the driver's seat here. I mean, they've got that monster experience lead. The 5 more gems from the turn, and Hook goes out looking for a target. Does not quite connect. So opportunity lost. This is one of those windows where we could see Naventic find their way back into the game.
Pretty much wasted there.
Wow.
They don't have Twilight
And
Dream up for
Temporal Loop.
45
Did
seconds.
nothing.
Yeah, Temporal Loop doing nothing. A lot of heroics being used, and that Nubrak trying to stop Justin from getting behind the wall, but Dahaka does end up going through. He gets the burrow down the roots, trying to zone for his teammates. Nice silence coming out from Buds, hitting 2 people. Is Dahaka going to fall? BK does end up going down. iDream trying to get Recess, clean up this fight. Zuna going to go down as well.
I'm immediately like the biggest fan of this Medivh Stukov combo.
Yeah.
That was so clean.
Yeah. The flailing arm made so
Dude,
much space.
It's like Genji, go away. Like,
yeah.
it's just go home.
Yeah. It's a similar combo we saw earlier today. It's the Brightwing, it's the Medivh this time.
Yeah.
Stitches,
Yeah.
just puking it up onto the silences.
So good. And we do see
That's
this
nuts.
Stukov is also going super strain. Makes sense against the Nubraks, multiple stuns. It's just going to be huge
They're going
burst
for the
healing.
end here. They're not going to even turn in.
Yeah.
And they've got plenty of time. 25 seconds on Chromie. Nubrak and Dahaka are about to be up, but iDream should not be able to stop this. He doesn't have Dragon Blade for 60 seconds. 60% on the core, and that is a fairly convincing game one as Roll20 takes a 1-0 advantage.
Who needs Master's Cup? Who needs it?
Yeah,
Not Roll20.
not Roll20. Did he only die the once and only got 11 stacks from that one death?
I guess so.